Hello everybody and welcome to part 16 of my Dark Elves Let's Play. Now, we've won to deal with these orcs up here who I've managed to alienate now, and we've got a Lothern invading down here. So I'm in a bit of an interesting situation. I just want to keep an eye on everything which is going on. I do have quite a big army here, so I potentially do need to move somebody down to deal with them. But at the same time I've alienated these orcs and I do want to take them, so I might end up on a war at two fronts here, so I might have messed up a little bit again, but you know, it happens. Ooh, I'm just getting a little bit of a freeze. Right, so we've got a little bit of a upgrading to do here. Let's get her on a cold one. Okay.
Awaiting command.
So we're doing okay here. This place is beginning to come back. The corruption is dropping off, which should help. Yeah, the military presence is 8, so a couple of turns that place will be okay.
The air is thick with murder.
And the corruption is also dropping here, so that should get to a stable at some point. Anyway, right, they are still here somewhere, but Right, let's get him back into a citadel. I think the beastmen are still there, but I can't quite see where they are. This black ark can actually hang around here for the moment. We do have somebody else. Where is he? Oh yeah, my lord who was out and about deserted me like a coward. And when I built a statue, I wounded him. He didn't desert me. Okay, so enter. Let's see what Lothern's doing here, and let's see what the Forgebound do about it. Because the Forgebound pushed them off, which I'm hoping they can do. I'm actually okay. However, what I do want to watch for is just, well, is generally just what's going on. Okay, and that's another army heading up our way. I need to start moving Malekith back down that way now to deal with them. So I'm going to try and mend my bad relationship with those orcs. I'm not quite sure how they're pumping out quite so many armies at this point, but you know, that's something I need to be careful of. I mean, I am playing on hard, so they do get a few little buffs. But, you know, so nothing major. I should be able to fend this off reasonably, so long as I'm sensible about how I do it. Marathi has pushed herself back up to 4 things there. And there's that bit of Redhorn tribe, so I'm going to march up and try and smash that as well. Try and finish off the Redhorn tribe. The thing is, I want to get myself into a position now where I can actually rejig Malekith's army quite a chunk as well. So, you know, it's one of those slightly more tricky. Now, you need to start sprinting back to your own territory. God, they are silly. But that's not necessarily bad to me, because it means if Lothern takes a few territories there, I can potentially also take them back, which gives me a lot more. Does give me a lot more territory. We'll see what I can do about those orcs up north for next turn, just to see if I can bring them back into the fold, because I might have messed up a little bit there. Okay, so we're getting more income from our settlements. We're heading for cold ones, so let's take that. See, they don't like the fact that I broke treaties with them, unsurprisingly. Damn it. Right, you are going to go to Nagaron, and you are going to start recruiting some new units. You are going to head this way. Oh, why did I double time you? That was silly of me. And you are going to start recruiting a lot of new units. So, ooh, we've got some other things here. So, Martial Name of Power. Increases their combat skills. Improves... choose a name of power that improves the Lord's army. Or influence, but improves the Lord's standing with the faction as a whole. I'm going to go for the army one. And this will actually give this character a second name, I think. So yes. So I get a choice here. So she can be Beastbinder, which is reduces upkeep of certain units, gives me extra leadership for certain units. Or Fang Shield. So physical resistance for Dark Shards is good, and leadership for Bleak Swords, Dreadspear. So that's a good one for a one like her, because she's generally, while she's probably going to get a few better units at the moment, generally I'm actually going to be using her to control the lesser units. And I think Dark Shards is something you'll always have, though maybe I should have just gone for her own buff, but we'll work this out later on. Okay, so another little level up here. Again, straight down the damage tree. This guy can actually double time it down to here, because then if the elves come up this way, you see this is quite a big area, so I can potentially get myself some naval support if they do attack me. Right, let's see what's going on next. So I can probably hold off those orcs with a couple of armies, and I'm going to use Malekith to go down and try and fend off those elves. Although I might even, if until the orcs go to war, I might even bring down another army. Because those high elves are proper charging in. That's scary, actually. They are properly charging large armies into my territory, so I need to deal with that fast. That's actually quite worrying. I do have a lot of good defences. I've got walls and things around there, but that is a lot of enemy armies coming at me, so I need to get myself into a position to deal with that. This could be another major setback in this campaign. Anybody think this campaign's been going swimmingly so far? I had a few turns to consolidate and things went wrong. Just as I tried to be aggressive against the orcs, they really started hammering it into me, which means I'm probably going to end up in a war with the orcs as well at some point at the same time, which is not good. Now, the Forgebound really need to start moving their armies back. They've got one coming back fast, but I don't think that's enough. And they are starting to pull all their armies back now. However, this might also lead us to another position where we're in another good position to potentially get a confederation with them. If they take quite a bit of damage, I might be able to confederate with them, which would definitely consolidate my power. Okay, there's not really much I can do about him up here, annoyingly. Actually, I say that.
Feared warrior, you obey me, rules. Nagaroth nobility.
Right, we've got a reasonable income, so I can afford to start pushing out a few more units. Wow, they are expensive, and their upkeep is expensive. So, while I can afford to, I'm not going to this turn.
Death Knight Dreadlord the Droopy. The ocean awaits.
Okay, so we are getting ourselves there. Let's see. See, I can get this place to the point where I can recruit all of these units as well, which is so good. And it does slowly gain population surplus. 'Cause this, if you look at it closely, this ship is effectively a castle which is floating, which is quite cool. Okay, what do we have? Let's buff up our sorceresses. Okay, so soon we're going to potentially be in conflict with those high elves. So we'll see what's going on here. I don't want to face off both armies at the same time. I've not looked at what they are, but they are probably going to be a slightly higher level army than me as well, which is something I need to be careful about. Okay, so they are sieging me. Eek. Very eek. And they've got a little ambush stance going on there as well, so I need to be very careful now. Marathi, stop messing around there. Come and help me, please. Oh, this is going to be an interesting little campaign, because I think I'm going to have to throw Malekith at them, but it might not be. It's a, do I retreat and take a bit of a loss, or do I? I'm going to have to pull another army down here at least. So things are going to start getting interesting now. Oh god, and the other High Elf faction is coming as well. Why did he not attack the other faction whose armies weren't nearby? He went for mine. I wish the Skaven would stop being at war with them now, actually. Because that's not a good thing for anybody. Okay, Wrath of Nature is just raiding away. So what's our... this place has a good garrison, actually. So, Venom Glade. So it's not the best, but it's good. It's not terrible. So, I need to take out these guys as well, unfortunately. Right. What's that? So these are Madness of Cain, so they reduce their attack and cause them to rampage. These guys are just tough. The melee attack is slightly lower, but their defense is great. They've got a lot of armor.
Enacting my dark desires.
I'm grabbing these guys because I want to pull them down into my other army. Also got Dark One, Cold One, Knights. So I can start recruiting. Which are not that. I'm going to wait until I get the Dread Knights there. I'm going to get a couple of units of Witch Elves as well. They don't have as many people, but they are still reasonable sized units, but they're very aggressive units. So, and once I've got them, they are going to be being pulled down as well. Where is somewhere I've got a good chance of a... Let's pull this way, so we're close to allies. That's the wrong person. Right. Let's make Doombolt cheaper. And unfortunately the battles are going to be just out of range of that Black Ark. I don't want to bring it around here without an army on it because it'll get too exposed, however. So this is pretty end turn. I think that city is going to get a major attack on it shortly. I am definitely going to lose some territories here before I can start fighting back, annoyingly. Which could cause problems. We're going to have to fight potentially a little bit of a guerrilla war. We're going to have to be a little careful about how we fight things. And that is perfect. They have a lot of Lothern Sea Guard here. They have a lot of archers here. This is going to be a fun battle because their archers are painful. But yes, we have the good defensive position for a change. So many times I've been fighting here and they've not given me this position, so this is really nice. They have a great big hill to come up to be able to get to me, so this is going to be very nice, actually. They can sneak around the top, but if I position myself here, I can even put some archers up here. In fact, I'm going to position myself here and hide some forces, hide my cav around here so I can pull them around the back of them early on. But this is a really steep hill they've got to come up, and I can even funnel them if needs be. I could also form here. We'll have a look on the actual map to work out where I'm going to form and how. The unfortunate thing is they have a range advantage on me as well, annoyingly, so those Lothern Seaguard are horrible. So you can see it's all up. I wish I could form there. Right, so we are going to form up here. Let's do a nice, simple defensive line. We will start with these guys forwards. And I'm going to hide these guys at the back corner.
Malekith, sister of the Dark Convent.
Okay. That's perfect. And we have our support.
We are ready. Advancing. Going.
These guys can start sneaking along over here. They know they're there. Okay, let's just charge. Wow. Let's just get these guys back. Okay, Soul Rain. We're gonna miss. I'm gonna start saving these until they're actually engaged then, just to make sure that we hit. Right, let's twist this formation slightly.
Annihilate them.
Carnage awaits.
This is good versus a single combatant, so we want to fire that at their lord. Let's chuck a blade wind down. Pull my archers right forwards. Right, I'm charging down this hill at them because I don't want to be fighting like this. And let's hammer these guys with some spells, force them to move a bit. Right, let's keep this charge on. Okay, that's nice. Let's whack a wind spell through them. Oh, and let's use her fireball as well. We've got another direct damage area that's around her. Come on, guys, stop messing around and get in. Another wind spell over here. Where is their lord? Let's hit him with a doom bolt and charge in. Oh, actually, let's throw a few fireball breaths out from here. This. Okay, let's hammer these guys. Let's pull my archers further forwards. What are you guys doing over here? You can start charging. Right, so this is going nicely now. And we are shattering them. And that is it. Let's chase them down. Okay, I'm going to end that there. So that was a 50-50. But you can see the black arc there was so useful to hit them because you know, it did a lot of damage to them there. So that's a very useful thing to have around, which is always nice. So I've lost what I was saying there. You know, so having that extra little bit of firepower there is very useful. Let's take the slaves and the replenishment, and that's good because that's cracked one of their armies. I'm going to be able to go double tap them next to they've pulled back. So I'm actually in a bit of a situation. I thought this was going to happen. There's no point in me fighting this battle because I am absolutely overwhelmed. And that's bad. Now this place is really well defended, however. I'm going to have to bring another army down back to take that. So this invasion is going to be a bit of a pain to deal with. And we're going to have to be paying attention to what I'm dealing with here, just to make sure I get myself into a better position. Alright. Oh! That's a nice easy auto, and that means I can bring this army straight back down. Oops, I didn't mean to take the experience, though I probably didn't take many losses there. That means I can start bringing that army straight back down, which puts us in a better position. Let me guess, you're going to war with me. So I'm in a much better position, and now I can start bringing that army down. I still need to keep an eye on those orcs, though, because they could be a big threat in my north as well. So we are by no means safe, but we are a lot better defended than we have been. These guys have got their armies over as well, which is going to help. So hopefully we can start trapping their armies and cutting things up. And hopefully they're too busy dealing with Agol still to do much. They are still losing territories randomly, so... Eliminate Tyrion, that's easier said than done.
Master of cruelty.
Right, we'll actually swap some things into her army as she's on her way down. We have leveled up here. I'm actually going to try and push a little bit more down this tree, maybe. Oh, let's have a look at these. Let's take Eternal Hatred. Extra weapon damage while fighting High Elves. I'm going to pull back for the time being, and then we're going to go on the offensive next turn.
Dreadlord. What now?
See, this is the one I really want. That's very good. Right, I'm actually going to hold for the time being. We can level this place up. This place is getting itself in order. Okay, let's end turn. See what those High Elves do. Okay, so as I said, I think I need to just watch my defense where those High Elves are involved, because they are tricksy. Well, not tricksy, but they're quite powerful. Even though I can deal with those armies, actually that army wouldn't be that difficult to deal with. Now they're sieging my allies, so I can potentially go and go push down and whack that army. What I want them to do is, I'm going to lose Vol's Anvil, but now they're spreading out, and that's good, because they're spread out. I can take them out one at a time. I kind of wish I'd stayed there in ambush stance now, but never mind. You know, now I'm in a position where I can potentially, I can go out. If they stay separated, I can smash them. If they bottle up, I keep them bottled up until I can get my support down here at least. At which point we're going to have a few higher end units as well, which will really help us taking these guys on. Now that army's hopefully going for Marathi, not me. We'll see. I'm a bit... While they're at war with Marathi, starting that invasion of me was a bad idea. And there you go, that's the useful thing. My allies are hitting them, even if they're not necessarily winning, they're hitting them, which is keeping them up, which is slowly taking out some of their troops. Let's hope they hit that army near Vol's Anvil as well. Okay, so we go for all of these guys again. Okay, I don't want to lose loyalty, so finish him.
Feel the power.
Okay, right. We do have somebody here, but they are kind of not really there to do anything. They're just there to be a defensive block. Oh, I don't have walls. Why do I not have walls here? I'm not bothering building anything there. Okay, let's start marching down towards that army. Okay, which one do I want to buff up? Yeah, let's buff that. Let's reduce... Oh, we can get the Pegasus as well.
Black-hearted dreadlord.
Right, let's head here. Swap some units around. And then keep moving.
What a pointless request.
Dreadlord of the Druki.
Okay, we're getting there. We're in a slightly better situation now. I just need to be careful with how I do this. I don't want to waste an army here, guys. So, you know, somebody has just asked on another thing why I don't double time like this, and you'll see why I don't double time, because they have actually changed it. When I double time before, you see here I'm missing a lot of what's going on up there. So there was definitely stuff going on, but it wasn't showing it to me. So actually double timing the speed like that is quite a dangerous little thing, because you can miss very important things going on, which is annoying, because I wish you could set it to double time everybody other than who you cared about. But at the moment I've got all of these set on fastest already, so I don't think you have much choice. Now I could manually do it, but when you try and manually do it you end up forgetting something. Come on. Oh, Marathi's there. I need your support, guys. This is a tricky situation. They are bigger armies than I necessarily wanted to appear. Has Marathi confederated with the other faction? Oh, that's annoying. I wanted to confederate with them. That's very annoying, because that's going to start really kicking out chaos. I'm going to see what happens when we get around to our guys' turn. To my turn. I'm surprised by that. I obviously should have been trying to confederate a bit more. I must be wrong. They can't have confederated, because that would be really that would be really negative if they have, actually, because Marathi's a chaos spreader, corruption spreader, so that will really start hurting my territory as well. No, yeah.
Enter and speak, for time is a luxury of which
that
you
is
have...
infuriating. Because these guys spread corruption. I need to pull back again. I need my extra armies there. This is not actually good at the moment because while Marathi is friends with me, as I said, she's a corruption spreader, so that soon all going to start leaking into my territory and causing me issues, which is something I don't necessarily want to be dealing with. Right, anyway guys, as we're bringing this down, once we've got the 2 armies, we're going to go aggressive again and start capturing a few places back. But that is it for the time being, because we are at 30 minutes on this session. So thank you very much for watching as always, guys, and as always, if you've got any feedback, please feel free to let me know. Thank you very much for your time.